Girl, this morning I had a big old bowl of sucaritas. It was so good.
Girl, don't you mean Frosted Flakes?
Well, in our culture, girl, I've also heard los del tigre. So,
and what do you call Fruit Loops?
Fruity Loopies, mama.
Oh, los del tucán, right?
There you go. And I also really like the rooster one.
You mean cornflakes?
Oh my God, wait, that is cornflakes. The rooster one is cornflakes, but we call it
cornflakes.
Well, let's keep it 100, girl. My mom called every cereal under the sun cornflakes.
The Special K too.
The Special K too, girl. My mom called literally growing up.
Everything is cornflakes, period.
Comment below. You already know.
So, Mia, are you teaching her like the different flavors, or are you calling them all cornflakes too?
I refer to them just like my parents did growing up, because I actually find it really important to teach Mia both English and Spanish. Not just the language, but really incorporating like the lingo that we use. I will literally like bring out cereal and be like, you want cornflakes? You want sucaritas? Because I want that implemented in her just like we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And mama, that's why they say Kellogg cereals are on mom's tables aquí y allá. Period. Girl, what is up with monkeypox?
Girl, I don't know. I had a dream last night that I had monkeypox. Woke up this morning like...
You had a dream you had monkeypox?
Yeah, I had a dream. Oh, I think it's because we went to Universal Studios and I was like paranoid.
What?
People touching like the poles and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So I think I was like paranoid about it. And I had a dream that I got it and I was like, I knew it was from Universal Studios.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Karina. And then like for some reason we were still at the Traila, like we were living there. So like I remember like spraying down the couch. At some point I was like laying in my mom's room. So I remember like spraying that down. But like the dream was funny because like Luis was like getting us prepared. We were gonna like model. So Jasmine, you know, she went to like that one of those meetings, she did the modeling. I think like the whole weekend was like in my dream. Like he was like telling us that we were gonna model for something, and it was like for high school or something. I don't know.
What, girl?
Yeah, it was so weird. And I was like, oh my God, like we had the model, and I was already cringing. I'm like, I'm not gonna model. Like I can't do that. I can't. Like I have so much stage fright. And then like I ended up finding out I have monkeypox, and I was like, now I can't really model.
Oh my God, girl.
It was like the weirdest dream ever. But like I think it was like my whole weekend, like Jasmine modeling for what those mean. I was gonna say, yeah, Universal Studios and like the monkeypox topic. Because everybody's talking about it, so I had a whole dream about my whole weekend, including monkeypox.
While I was at Universal Studios, I was like, oh my God, like how contagious is monkeypox?
Yeah, welcome to Chins and Giggles, y'all.
Welcome back, you guys.
Welcome back.
This monkeypox talk is everywhere.
Yeah,
like talk. TikTok right now, my For You page, monkeypox.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary.
And I knew in my dream that it was monkeypox because, you know, they say like your skin starts like flaking or something. I don't know exactly how it is, but like I knew, like, because I've been getting bit by zancudos like a lot. Zancudos?
Mosquitoes, yeah. Zancudo.
Yeah, I was like, why did that not sound right out of my mouth? But yeah, I was like, I have so many bites. But this time around, I was like, oh, bitch, like they were different. Like my skin, like this is a dream. And let me clarify. But it was like, I just knew, bitch. And they was spreading. I was like,
oh my God. Imagine.
And I was just so mortified. And we knew the family, everybody was going to get it one by one. But we just didn't know like how fast it was going to spread. It was the first day. I was already looking rough, bitch. It was like, luckily, like that's all I dreamed the first day. I don't know how. I mean, I've heard it's like really bad. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm not as educated on it, honestly.
I feel like it's fairly new. Like with COVID, at first it was also really new. Like I feel like now we know like so much about COVID. With monkeypox, I feel like I don't know much about it either. Yeah. I don't think it's deadly, if I'm not mistaken. I think I was seeing TikToks. It's all over TikTok, and people are like making like memes out of it. You know, like funny TikToks. And there was one TikTok of a guy saying, like COVID, like, you know, everyone's saying like, don't go out, you will literally die, you know, COVID.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't stopping them. And then this one is like, monkeypox, it'll make you ugly. And like, all right, I'm not fucking stepping out. Like, I don't know. I saw a TikTok like that. I just thought was funny because like it's obviously, I think COVID is more, don't quote me on, like I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's more like, it's not as dangerous. But yeah,
still
you do
pretty
get like
serious.
Yeah, like I heard it's like really painful too. Like,
I heard it's extremely painful.
Yeah,
like it might not like be deadly, but the pain is unbearable.
Yeah. And then it leaves like scars too and stuff. Like the
so it's a lot. So stay safe out there. Like I don't even know. Like, but what are the mandates of that? Like, you know, are we gonna go on lockdown again because of it? Or
I saw this last night. It popped off on U.S. national news. California and Illinois declare state of emergencies over monkeypox outbreak. Yeah, California Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency on Monday over the ongoing monkeypox outbreak in the state, following the same move by Illinois. The 3 states have reported 47% of the country's infections. Yeah.
Are we going on lockdown?
I don't know. I don't think so.
She's like, I'm not the governor. Imagine.
I don't know, but it makes me think like I don't know much about monkeypox, so it makes me think like, how contagious is this? You know, like, like is it like,
and is it gonna be like COVID where we saw it from a distance and we're like, damn, and then we all got it?
I think we now know that like it's very, very much could become a pandemic. Like now we know when we didn't take COVID seriously, this could be an issue. And like nowadays, like nobody really wears masks or anything. Like, well, most people don't. Like what, like at Universal Studios, dude, like not a mask in sight, girl. And it really makes you think like there's this new outbreak of this new virus.
I was a little paranoid yesterday.
I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, yo.
I was a little paranoid. I was like, this is crazy. I mean, already I think it's like we got so used to wearing like masks. And now like you look around, you're like, we're back to not wearing masks. Like that's so crazy.
Yeah.
And I had that moment yesterday where I was like, oh my God, not a single person's wearing masks. And like, it's just everything's back to normal, but now we have this other.
Yeah. I literally like Googled because I was like, you know, like how could you like avoid it and stuff, you know? So ways to, you know, I guess the ways it spreads more, monkeypox, is by direct contact with a monkey. Can I say anything?
With a monkey?
I can't talk. Direct contact with monkeypox. With a monkey, girl.
You said it. You were like, with monkey.
No. Direct contact with monkeypox rash.
Okay, I do want to know why it's called monkeypox.
Does it come from monkeys?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know, because like it's like when there was the virus. This was like years ago. There was an outbreak of the one, I think it was, the swine flu. You have to have like, well, it says.
Oh my God, fuck that I'm laughing. I'm not laughing of monkeypox. It is funny though, like where did it come from?
Laughing. Okay. Yeah, so direct contact with monkeypox rash, the scabs or body fluids from a person with monkeypox, touching objects. Oh, that's where it gets contagious, bitch. Because if you're just walking around at Universal Studios,
like COVID,
touching the rails, and then you touch them, oh gosh,
shit, girl.
Yeah.
Did he touch any rails last night?
Everywhere. I mean, how do you not touch everything? Like I forget. Like,
what are the chances of like someone being there with monkeypox?
Monkeypox. I don't know why I can't say it either.
Monkeypox.
I don't know why. Like I keep fucking
tie.
it up too. Like why is monkeypox a tongue tie?
Yeah, as you get tongue tied.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
So I mean, it's scary.
It's scary, girl. We just you gotta stay home basically to avoid it. And it's like, at what point in like our pandemic is gonna be coming back to back to back to back to back? Like I've heard like a million different not pandemics. Like, you know, viruses after COVID, and it's like, oh, there's multiple ones we've heard already,
and a lot of them don't become pandemics. But yes, I think it's
the ones that stood out are obviously COVID and monkeypox is being like, she's on top right now.
Well, I heard that there was like an outbreak in San Bernardino, and that's like really close, girl. I was like, oh shit, and LA too.
We gotta start taking this shit serious.
No, for real.
That's scary, girl.
I know. Take care, y'all.
Well, in a more interesting, I guess, changing it up, another interesting topic. I came across, there's like this TikTok where they have like videos of black and white videos that are turned into color, and it's so weird seeing them because like
because I thought
I came across this is just like a screenshot, but it's of a mom like walking with her daughter, and her daughter's probably like 1 year old, like she's like learning to walk, like a little baby, and this was in 1896.
Oh shit,
1800s, girl.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. And the comments are like, oh my God, like it's so weird. First of all, I still think like back in the day, people lived in black and white, like, right? Like I forget they didn't. Girl, they saw like color back then.
Of course.
But right?
But I know what you mean, because sometimes I almost think that I know it's in color.
Yeah.
But I almost imagine the world like a little more like low quality just because like of the films, and I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. They saw the sky as blue as it is right now.
They saw the grass as green as it is right now. Like that's crazy.
What? That shit does trip me out,
because we're so used to seeing it in black and white. Like their
everything
life.
We saw, obviously like technology has changed.
So now that they're turning it into color, I gotta find this video, like, because I screenshotted it because I was like, I had to bring this up. But a look back in time, that's a TikTok. Look, let me show you.
I've seen videos like that. I saw one where they were on the beach, and it was like the early 1900s, and it's like the beach is super full. It's like, you know, it's summer, kids running around, like people laying out by the water, and I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
like these people are all dead.
It's this one, but I don't know if we're gonna get signal in here.
Oh my heart. Let me see.
She's like walking, and you're like, they're both like gone. That was over 100 years ago. And like I think about like Chins and Giggles or like our YouTube videos. Isn't that so sad?
It says, though they are departed for a moment through our eyes, this moment lives on in 2022.
Yeah. And that's what they say about footage in general. Did you know that? Like, isn't there someone, like a scientist that made like a theory about it? That like a video is like, it keeps living. So like I don't know how to explain it.
That trips me out.
It's a little trippy because you see every emotion. You almost know that little girl's like, oh, you're living in that moment, just seeing that video.
Like right, like here she's learning.
Maybe we could put that video like on the podcast so you guys could see it. We'll add it somewhere in here. It's a beautiful TikTok. It's a mother and a daughter, and like 1896, they're both 100% gone. And this little baby, she's learning how to walk, and she, you know, most likely, hopefully had a long life, lived an entire lifetime, and that's it. Like, isn't that crazy? I was just having, I came across that last night, Karina. I was having this conversation with Brian. I'm like, isn't it crazy that like, even like years before you were born, right? Before you even existed, there was already somebody like in their last moments of their life because they lived an extremely long life. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy because even if this was over 100 years ago, way over 100 years ago, the 1800s, for God's sake, what? Like, crazy. But you're seeing this little girl, like, and
that's older than like our grandparents would be, even if they were like,
oh my God,
living. I mean, obviously.
Oh, it's just like she's just so cute walking. And yeah, that moment like lives on forever. That moment.
Yeah. You know? So like people in the comments are like, "Oh my God, like what are people gonna see in the future? Like they're gonna see our TikToks and stuff. Are the videos gonna be poor quality? Like because technology is so advanced
like is that YouTube, now it makes you think like is YouTube by then like hundreds of years later is it gonna be kind of like nobody uses YouTube anymore, but you have to like dig in the archives
down below if you're
YouTube
watching
videos.
this video in 3056. I imagine like why?
I get the anxiety that I won't see that comment.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, last night I was like 18. See, we're so used to the 19. I was like 1863. No, damn, bitch, 1893. That's fucking. Whoa. And I was like that year, right?
So she was probably born in the 90s, but of the 1800s. That little girl.
Whoa, yeah,
exactly.
She was probably born in like 95. But like 1800s, period. She's a 90s girl too. Tween. Aww. So, what was I going to say?
Oh my God, that
me the okay, so this is sad. I was like thinking about this. I was like, damn, what year are we going to live to see?
No, don't talk about that. That's just...
I know. This is like... Okay, let me not... I feel like people get a lot of anxiety about this, but like, okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're not going to live to see the year 3000, right?
Damn fucking shame. Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't think
jealous.
so.
It makes me so fucking jealous of what the future technology.
But they didn't get to. But those people never got to see the year 2000. So it's like it is what it is, and like just like yeah, and like I was telling Brian, I'm like really think about it. Like the day that you were born, that's when your life starts. Your world starts the day you're born. But like, you know, the day we were born, there was like a 96-year-old lived his life, taking his last breath, and he already experienced life while we're starting our life.
Time is literally just there.
It's so crazy. Yeah. So the comments were like, "Oh my God, this now gave me more death anxiety," or "Oh my God, like." I think like people think like you're going to live forever. I feel like naturally we think that, or when you buy a home, you're like, "This is my forever home." Yeah, for you, but someone else is gonna take over it and live in it, and
it's a blink of an eye in the universe.
Yeah,
humans are just a blink of an eye in the universe.
It's insane, and life is short if you think about it.
It's fucking short. Oh
it's
my God.
Super short.
It gives me so much anxiety. Like, just I don't know. Mm-hmm. Even just sitting here talking about it, and one day someone saying like, "Oh my God, they were talking about that," and now they're gone.
Yeah,
like oh my God,
videos nowadays the quality has gotten incredible. But how much better is it gonna get that this looks shitty to them? Like, are we gonna look like? I mean, we're not gonna be black and white, but like, are we gonna be like you know, very like? But it's like, why would it be if the camera is already such great quality?
Also, with technology and with new things coming up, you know, like TikTok's fairly new. With all these like new up and coming like things that are like the new things online, like how long like. There's going to be so much shit online, like so much that they just have access to. Like, let's jump back 3,000 years when the YouTube era was in.
100%. Like, it's a big era. TikTok era. That's a big era.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It trips me the fuck out.
I have this theory. I mean, it could be actually true that back in the day when people would look at their black and white videos, it looked great quality. And because, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? All of
technology.
Bitch, wow. Yeah, technology is now so advanced. So the more advanced it gets, the lower the quality drops prior to that. Because like if you look at videos from like your iPhone, the first iPhones, it was clear.
It looked amazing.
It looked amazing. Now you look at videos and you're like, it wasn't so clear, but because it got so advanced now. So definitely, as clear as it look right now, in 100, 200 years, it's going to get even better and better, and that's going to drop the quality. I don't know. Are we going to be pixelated the house in the future?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's so
it's
weird.
It's fucking crazy. Like, life is so short.
So short.
And it's like that. This is like going a little bit off topic, but it's still like the same.
It's so short.
How they say that like everyone's learning. Like you think your parents know it all, but they're learning with you. They haven't lived life yet completely. They're still learning,
dude. It's
with you. Like they're crazy. Still tomorrow is new to you and your parents.
Oh my God, girl. I didn't think about that way.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh my God, every day is new to everybody.
To everybody. Like they live life a little longer. They're probably more knowledgeable, like, but they are living every single day with you, like a new day.
Like sometimes I think about it. Like I don't know if you ever just think about you're like in 100 years from today, everybody on this planet will be dead.
Yeah. And like, what do you want to leave? You know, like, what do you want to leave as like, how do they say it?
I don't know what I want to leave. That's a lot of stress to think. That's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should
like, what mark do you want to leave?
I don't know. Like, does it matter? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good.
I think it does.
I think leaving your kids, like, you know, like raising them right. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah. I think having like kids in general, you're leaving like a generation now that's gonna.
Yeah. That's a lot. Like, yeah, I saw this TikTok. I seen like TikToks in general about that too. Like about like when you die. And they're just trying to like encourage you to not give a fuck because like you die and then like after a few months like your family like lives their life and like they still carry the group, but like, you know, they live their life. And after literally like more years, like your family will die off. And then after centuries, like the whole civilization in that moment will die off. Like it's like we really worry about shit, like what people say and what people think about us. Like we're on a fucking floating rock. Who gives a fuck what you think?
We're all gonna be 6 feet underground.
We will all be 6 feet underground. We all shit. We all eat. We all breathe. We all are turning to dust.
Mm-hmm.
literally, we're all on this floating fucking rock, and our life is a blink of an eye. Why do you care what people think about you?
Yeah,
and they don't even give a fuck.
And if you think your shit don't stink, girl,
it fucking stank.
Yeah, it stank just like everybody's.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true. You know, if you're someone that's like stuck up and stuff, like, girl, humble yourself a little bit. We all the same.
We all gonna be 6
We're all the same creatures. Like, yeah, I mean, it's true. Like, it really is true. But it does give you like
perspective. Like, we really shouldn't dwell on what people think, and like it shouldn't eat us up when it's not gonna matter. One day, everybody's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So say what you want, girl. We all gonna be 6 feet under.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it's so scary to think about. But
life flies. Like right now, we're 27, bitch. I'm still stuck at 27.
We're 28.
We turned 28 February 8th.
We are 28.
We wanted to talk about, before this is a topic. Before I turn 30,
we're gonna be 30 in 2 years. Oh my god! Well, we're gonna be 29 in February, which is not that far away now. I think about it.
What are we
like in August?
Oh my god!
It's August 2nd. What the fuck? I don't know what it is about turning 30 that I feel like.
When did we start this podcast? Hold on. How long? Let me find out. We've been doing this shit for centuries. Imagine.
In a few
months, did we start this? February, Karina.
What the heck?
And we're in August, bitch. We're going strong.
We've been doing this podcast for 6 months?
Ain't no way.
Almost 6 months. Ain't no fucking way. Because it feels like a month.
Wait, was it February or March?
Actually, I think it was March, now that I'm thinking about it.
That's what it was. We started recording in February, launched in March.
Whoa. So we've been doing this for like half a year almost. I didn't even realize.
Well, we have been doing this for half a year. It's just that we put it out in March.
I didn't even realize that it was even more than 3 months.
I didn't realize, because I feel like usually like podcasts will take like a break in between, but we're just going full force, right?
The break doesn't come in until way later anyway, so we wouldn't even be there yet.
I don't know, but it just seems like that's crazy. I time has flown. I didn't even notice like it's been that long that we've had the podcast. Girl,
time flies.
Damn. So no, but for real, before we turn 30, Karina, I'm sure there's lots of things like, first of all, age, right? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was getting ahead of
myself.
When you think about turning 30, like, how do you feel?
Well, we're really close to it. When I was younger, I thought like 30 was like, damn, you had to have your shit together.
Yeah, when I was 10, I thought 30 was like, you're not even an adult, you're old.
28 was old as shit to me when I was young.
And it's like, we are the same fucking person. So if we turn 20...
And I still feel like I'm the same person as I was like when I was 21.
And we are. I saw... I saw this TikTok.
What's up with us? Like, I saw this TikTok.
Because there's so much TikToks on everything nowadays.
Yeah.
But
you told me.
Age is just... It really is just a number when it comes to us hitting our 30s, girl.
Or were you the one that told
person?
Me? Or Brian?
The one where like you're living all your years?
Yeah. I saw that TikTok.
It was a
too.
Beautiful TikTok that nearly brought me to tears for no reason.
Yeah.
It was so sweet. It was a girl that I don't know if she was turning 30 or I don't know how old she was turning, but she was saying that you're defined by this age. Mm-hmm. And you're like, today I turned 28. Now I'm 28. But you're not just 28. You're also 27-year-old you, you're 15-year-old you, you're 1-year-old you. Like it's all the years you've lived. I don't know how to explain it. It was such a beautiful TikTok.
Like, you're still them.
You're still that 1-year-old. That's still you.
Yeah, because I'm 28. I have to act like I'm 28. No, I'm still me.
That 15-year-old might come out here and there when you say something stupid.
And that's when she says, she's like, we are constantly learning. We're always making mistakes. I could say something stupid out of hand, and I'm like, that was my 15-year-old self. Or that, and I think like that normalizes like not being perfect, right? Like, sometimes you say, or like that funny comedy side of you, that might be like your 16-year-old self that's still there. Or you might be crying because
you have to celebrate every year. Like, it's crazy because, you're like, I was once 1-year-old, and like, she's still you.
And she says like, I might be crying, like throwing a fit over something stupid. That's my 1-year-old coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
but real. You really think about it, and you almost see that person as like the past. You're like, baby me.
Because that's all of you.
One day. But when you really sit down, you're like, no, that baby is me. I am that baby. I'm just all grown up now. But that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Oh, so iconic.
Yeah, we're 28, but we don't feel 28. I still feel the same as I was when I've changed. I mean, I think we're all different from when we were like 15, 16. Like, I feel like that's a whole different era. But we're still those people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 28, but I don't feel 28. When I was younger, I thought like 28.
Damn. I feel like I got stuck like at 23 and I still feel 23.
I think 23
like
is an age that I got stuck at for sure.
I'm like, what the fuck?
23
like,
just
and sticks. Hitting 30, like I thought we could talk about, you know, like things that like did you expect to be here at 28? What do we want to do before we're 30? What are our cringing moments in our 20s? Like,
yeah. Would you say like your age, you're 28. So first of all, is there something before you're 30 that you're like, I have to absolutely, or that you thought in the past, like by 30, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have that. And how is it different now from what it is? Does that make sense?
I did always like, I mean, I guess by 30, I did think like, you know, married with kids and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think one of the biggest things that I'd be surprised about if I was a kid looking at today, I'd be like, you're going to be 30 and you're still fat. Like, and this is just insecurities coming out, being honest.
It's being honest.
You know, like,
it's true.
That insecure 15-year-old thickie would be like, you're still big at 30? Yeah. Like, hold on. So I've been trying to, you know, like, so when I really think about it like that, I'm like, oh my God. Like,
that's true.
Like, I'm still not skinny.
I think like when I was younger, I feel like I started gaining weight till like I was like in late high school. Mm-hmm. So like younger me, I was like I was skinny when I was younger. I think I would be shocked that I'm like
and like, then in the moment,
chubby now,
you think that you're fat, and you look back and you're like, I'd be thriving at that weight.
Yeah, I pictured me skinny, thriving. Let me think. 30, 100%. Like when I was younger, I thought 30 was like very much older, which now I know it's not.
I thought I would have 4 kids by now.
I thought I would have at least 5 kids
by now.
I would be married. I am married. But it's just different what you think of when you're younger. Like 30s, like your life is just beginning.
Well, we are moms now, but I really thought I would have like 5 kids by now.
Yeah, I thought I would have like 5 kids.
Like dead ass. Because my mom at this age, I think she had like 4 already.
Yeah. I just became a homeowner in January, but I thought by like
that's stuff we actually did. Which
no,
is
I know, but when you're younger though, like I thought by 23 I was gonna have it all figured out. I don't know if that makes sense.
I thought by 18, bitch,
I definitely even by 23, I thought I'm like 23, I'm gonna have at least like 2 kids. Like, bitch, what? Like when you're younger, you just see it such an older age, and now I'm like 30s, like your life is just like, beginning.
I'm an adult right now. Like even at 28, like I'm like I should be a full responsible adult by now. I don't feel like I am all the time. I'm just like going day by day and trying to get my shit together.
But I feel like it's so toxic of us when we were younger, because even like now, like people in their 20s or early 30s, like there's so much pressure. Like I have to do this, I have to do that, because on this age it's like you're so young.
Well, even like you are young, like, and like kids don't know until they're at that age too. Because a kid that's like 15 right now, like Gen Z will tell you, aren't you like 30? Like if you're fucking like
wait till you're 30.
And it's like, I know you're 12 right now, but mama, one day you're gonna be at this age and feel like you're 10.
Yes.
Like literally, like,
or like I think about in my early 20s, like let me see. Yeah, I was already doing YouTube my early 20s. Me too. I started at like 21.
I started at 21. I think you started at like 19.
Oh, yes. Girl, yes, I'm sorry. Like I started, just kidding. I started going to events at 21.
You started at like 18, because I started YouTube when I was
started
like 20.
2012. So, oh yeah, I was 18. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about events. I started going to events when I was 21.
Yeah.
So I think about like the pressure I had of like being successful at such a young age. I'm like early 20s, like you're so young.
Yeah.
And like you have so much pressure. Like I had to, like so many goals you have, and I'm like, you're so young. I feel like definitely when I'm older, I'm like, damn bitch, you were stressing out for what? You were so young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even early 20s, you're like, I shouldn't have stressed, and I should have just had fun. Like, why are you stressing over that?
I feel like we kind of grew up fast. Like, I don't know, because even like us working at 15 years old, like
we grew up pretty quick.
I don't know. I do think about it. I'm like, we're working at 15 years old, which is, I mean, I thought it was I thought it was normal because my dad started working at 7 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it was like, get your fucking coin. I think after 15, I never asked my parents for like money to like buy anything. Of course, I wasn't like paying like rent at 15 years old, but like since I started working at like the swap meet when we were working, from that day on, I don't remember ever asking my parents for like money.
I don't ever remember
after
asking
that
them for money. Like since I was like a kid, yeah.
Right? Like I'm thinking like I wasn't asking for like an allowance or anything, like because you were just making your own coin.
I feel like
I cringe more at like teenage years.
Oh, fucking 100%. Right? Teenage years, cringe. I don't know the bitch.
I don't know her either. She's different.
But early 20s, I feel like when I associate early 20s, I'm like, this is already us on YouTube.
Early 20s is like YouTube,
I think I bought my house at 21.
Oh my God, you bought this house at 21?
Hold on. No.
You were 23.
23. I bought this house at 23. Damn, I've been here this long. What the fuck?
But you got a big ass house at 23.
No, see, when I look back, I'm like 23 at this. That's so crazy. Like,
that's insane, Karina.
But what I'm saying is, we started YouTube like early. Well, you started like at 18. I was like, I think like 2021 when I posted like my DIYs and stuff.
Oh my God.
And
you grew up quick though. Think about it. That's insane.
I was gonna say, I think I had more cringy moments as a teenager because in your 20s, you don't really have room for mistakes when you're on camera. And like you are growing up too, and like you could be cringy as fuck. Like I look back at my first videos and like in my early 20s, and I was so cringy. I let the comments get to me too much.
Really?
Yeah, at first like I had like more like of a heavy like accent, like, you know, like my Mexican was like more heavy. And like I remember like people would comment about it, and it's so fucking horrible, but I would admit that I would try not to have such a heavy accent. Like, bitch. Oh my God. The fact that I would even allow people to do that, like, what is the reason, right?
But we're learning. People say like people don't understand, especially when you're so young, seeing like so much hate.
Yeah, and it's
that's
like
so
you're kind of on camera, you're kind of forced to like, you know, grow up a little quicker, and you're like, well,
you are.
I don't have room for mistakes, you know,
and
or like
you don't have rooms for mistakes because people will pull up your shit. Yeah, and that's a fucked up part. Like the whole. I'm sorry. Like, can you imagine every single person being like pulling out everything, all their history, like when they were like 15, 16 years old? That's crazy. That's kind of crazy, bitch. Like I always say this. I'm like, nobody's getting canceled because y'all's lives are not public. Because if everybody's life was public,
everybody's the same. Everybody,
mama, like, please, like, you know, what I mean?
Everybody's crazy, but
but
yeah, like at that young age, or like I look back and I, you know, like I thought I had to be so fucking extra to be funny, and like I look back at my videos and I was like, I'm so fucking extra for what?
No, but that was your personality. Like it's still very you.
I think I was just like I would turn it up a lot for no reason.
Like I definitely look back at my videos. I'm like, oh, and it's like it is kind of like cringy because we did grow up on YouTube. Like for us, we're like, oh, we were in our like early 20s. Like that's one day when I'm 50, I'm gonna be like, whoa, you were a kid.
Like 21. I think I was like 20 or 21. And you were like 18, bitch.
Yeah, I was going
from 18 and nearing our 30s. Like you've been online for a while.
And like I look at my older videos, like when I was like doing like my early makeup days, I was very like shy to myself. And this is what I mean. Like when I start to get to know you, I become more myself. You'll see it on YouTube. I was very like professional, like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And now like, what's up, y'all? What's good? Like skinny, like all this random shit we say. I'm like two different people.
100%.
And it's like because I got comfortable with a camera. I know you guys know us. Not funny.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I growing up, I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad. I would be like in middle school. Right?
I found out about YouTube in middle school.
Yeah, I would be in middle school doing my makeup on camera. On the mirror in my mom's tocador, and I would be pretending like I'm talking to it. So it is like a full circle moment to know that we did that.
That is one thing
we actually did a YouTube channel.
I am so grateful like for what I do.
Yeah, I'm really blessed too. I'm like, wait.
Like so fucking
like
grateful.
We really are living the dream that we wanted to, which is so crazy.
That is one thing I could say. Like I am so fucking grateful for what
I will
we do.
forever be grateful for our platform.
So grateful.
Because
incredibly grateful. I know that sometimes there's like burnout stages and stuff.
Yeah,
we all go through it as creators. We all have those moments.
We all do.
But bitch, here we are like a decade later
with our
still
own
here.
Podcast. Like that's crazy.
Like bitch, we rode out like we've been on like a roller coaster of burnouts, and here we fucking are, bitch.
That's so insane.
Here we are still standing.
Two random ass bitches. Like this is when I mean like anybody can do something. Like anybody can make something out of themselves. Like, for real. Like, I mean, everybody that, like, even the people that you look up to, like, they were once, like, somebody that maybe didn't believe in themselves. You know what I mean?
No,
like, it's so weird, huh? It's just so crazy, like, how life, like, is. Like, definitely, like, I could say, like, you know, there's certain goals that we've accomplished, and I'm like, I'm very content with, like, certain goals that we've achieved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like, you know, before I turn 30, like, I want more kids. I want a full-grown family. But, like, I can't say, oh, my God, I have this huge list before I turn 30. Yeah. And that's when we know we're, like, so blessed. I'm like, I know that this is, like, not something that, like, just you could say. So, you know what I mean? Like, like, we definitely, like, we see it. We appreciate it. We love all of you guys that, you know, support us. It's just crazy, right? Like, wow, to know that, like, there is a lot that you could, like, have achieved. I can't say that right, but you know what I mean. I'm like, I just want to have, like, a family before I'm 30. That's like that's like
kids. You have a family, but you want more kids.
Yes, I want, like, kids on Earth side. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get that.
But
definitely,
like, yeah, when you think of, like, goals you had as you were younger, like, I mean, some of the goals we're living, I didn't even think were, like, I didn't even think were going to be goals, because you just don't even see them, like, being a reality.
Yeah, it's like, this is kind of an example. Like, I'm thinking, like, how, like, Beyonce, she one time, like, I'm pretty sure it was Beyonce. Yeah, this was a while back, I think, before she had her daughter. You know, people asked her, like, you're so successful, like, how is it? And she's like, well, you know, I have it all, except I'm not a mom yet. Like, she wasn't a mom yet. And I'm like, oh my God, that part. Like, everyone sees success as money, as, you know, career-wise. And it's like, for some people, success is those things. Like, and it's like, oh my God, my heart. I just remember, like, at the time,
I just know we were not going to cry in this fucking episode because we're doing too much.
We ain't crying, bitch.
And I had to, like, hold my breath a little bit in a couple seconds ago. I was like, bitch, we ain't turning this episode into a sad one.
We ain't doing this shit, girl.
We ain't doing it. I'm done.
And neither are you. Wipe those fucking tears. I'm good.
But you know, it's like,
at the time I resonated with that, and I was like, oh my God, that's so true.
Oh, I resonate with that, like, so much. Like, I would, you know, like, what is it called? I would not risk it all. What is it called?
Give it all.
I would give it all up for that. 100%.
Yeah. But speaking of Beyonce, a little lighter note. She came out with a new album.
I have not heard it.
And she's a fucking queen. And I will be 100% honest. I have not heard a fucking song. I haven't. She's a fucking icon, queen, legend. And I'm sure they are so good. But I'll be honest, I haven't sat down and heard it. But I saw on TikTok again. Oh my God, everything goes back to TikTok. I saw on TikTok how they were talking about how one of her lyrics. I had to, like, pull it up because I was like, oh shoot, because people were talking about how Birkins are out now. So in one of her singles, the lyrics are Versace, Bottega, Prada, Balenciaga, Vuitton. She starts naming all these brands. So elegant and raunchy, blah 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 blah. And she's, like, talking about all these, and then she says, Birkins, them shits in storage. I'm in my bag. Oof. So she said, Birkins, them shits in storage. So people were taking that and saying, like, oh shit, Birkins are out. You know, Beyonce said it here. Beyonce said it here. Birkins are outdone, whatever. So I want your opinion on Birkins, girl. I don't think I would have ever gotten one, period.
I would never. I could not even afford them. Have you seen the price on that shit,
Isn't
girl?
it, like, at least
Don't they cost, like, a house?
I think, like, the minimum is, like, 10,000, and that's, like, the lowest.
But isn't there some that cost, like, freaking $500,000?
Yeah, and that's insane. Like,
what's the highest they go up to?
I think it's, like, hundreds of thousands, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've seen, like, 300,000.
Se pasan, dude. Like, why?
Yeah, like, that could be, like, very much a fucking whole house.
I don't give a fuck if I have $1 billion. I'm not buying a $500,000 bag.
You know why I think she has them in storage? Because she's investing.
No, I think like what she said, like them shits and stuff.
No, I know.
And she's talking about everything else. She's naming all her other.
I think like if you are gonna buy one, it's an investment because I heard that the value goes up within time. So it's like if you like buying a house for an investment, I still think it's fucking ridiculous. I would never.
No, it's like
even if I had that coin in my bank account, I would not.
Even like getting like a Gucci bag. I mean, I don't even think I have a Gucci bag. I have my Chanel.
I have my one Gucci bag and maybe a couple other designer bags, but I only wear that damn Gucci bag. Not because it's Gucci, but because she's durable and she's just like my go-to. Yeah.
I only have a few. I have the one I wear a lot is my Chanel, and like she's the one I wear like all the time.
But we don't have a lot of designer like that.
I don't have a lot of designer like that. I don't care for it. I never have. Like there always was like, you know, like my dream bags. Like Celine, the Celine was my first dream bag.
That was her first dream bag.
And we did get her. And she's great for traveling. For me. That's the only time she ever comes out is when I'm traveling because she carries my laptop and shit.
Yes.
But I think about it and I'm like, these bags are just like,
I don't use
like it.
I was just actually thinking this the other day. I was like, I don't use any of my designer bags. And I have the contaditas, like it's not a lot. But I'm like, the few that I have, I don't ever use them. And I need to start getting like more casual ones because the other ones are more like when you're like dressed up and stuff, or especially the Celine, like when you travel, like I don't use her at all. Yeah. Unless or like when I'm like, I have to get ready here at your house, like, yeah, I'll bring my makeup in there and stuff, but like I don't use it at all.
I know, same. Like the only bags I buy designer is usually for my mom. Like that's all we buy for my mom. Like she's more into it. We're not really into it like that.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, it's
they're cute.
Different people, different styles, you know.
Like occasionally I'll want one and like I'll be like, okay, like, you know, maybe I'll splurge on this bag, but I don't really care for them that much.
Yeah. Speaking of like designer stuff, let's go into fashion. I feel like fashion has changed a lot. At least like, right?
It's changed so much.
I mean, I feel like my style has changed.
Yeah, throughout my 20s, it's changed a lot.
I was very like high-waisted pants, skinny jean, high-waisted pants, rips.
Like the Fashion Nova look?
Yeah.
Like the IG baddie look?
IG baddie look. Crop tops.
I'm kind of over the IG baddie look.
I'm very over that.
I'm still into like crop top moments.
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now.
Very much into that. The whole like high-waisted skinny jean occasionally, but like I much rather prefer like a mom jean. Yeah. Like if I wear the skinny like, you know, the Fashion Nova ones, like those, like if I really don't have any other pants to wear, I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll put these on.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I feel like I actually got rid of my skinny jeans because I just know like if they're there, I'm gonna wear them.
I think I'm like kind of catching on to like Gen Z a little bit, but putting my own little twist to it.
Yeah, I wear a lot of like oversized shirts over. It could also be like I'm just like dressing more maturely. Does that make sense?
I get it, but
I mean not like extreme like modest. You know,
I get it.
But I'm more covered up.
I like those, like I feel like I recently got into like tops like that, like kind of like biker shorts, crop top, and then like a loose like shirt like that, like.
But like I feel weird and naked if I have a crop top with no t-shirt over it, like, and no you know, not t-shirt
like like there's
like stuff like this.
Yeah.
I like to cover myself up more, wear like looser clothing, and it could come like maybe the mom body. Like after having a baby, I'm like, I just naturally feel more confident. And it is a vibe, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the biker short crop top and like the top loosely over, like a little shoulder out.
If anything, I feel like I'm learning how to dress myself more instead of wearing tight shirts where my arms look blown the fuck up.
I love it.
You know, like I'm starting to feel what I feel more comfortable in.
100%.
No, because sometimes like depending like a couple episodes, I'll see myself like I'm learning how to dress myself. I'm like, okay, that shirt, like my arms look so big in.
Oh, this like, shirt probably for me.
No, I think that's still like a good decent shirt. Depending like if I wear like a fucking like the last time on the podcast, I wore like a bright orange ass shirt. My sleeves were like very fitted to my arms. I was like, sheesh, girl. I was like, damn, my arm was blending into the couch, girl.
Bitch, I'm done.
But I think I'm like learning how to dress myself a little better. I mean, it could just be style changing because I mean, I was still thick as shit before.
It's changing. Like
where my crop tops, like I didn't care. I think it's just the style more than anything.
And also, I feel like years ago, like to look put together, like if you wear like a dress, you'd pair it with like heels. And I just love now that like I'm like, I don't have to fucking wear heels. I could pair a cute pair. I could like pair some cute sneakers with my dress, and like that's so fucking
I love
cute.
it.
I prefer it over heels now. I think it looks so much cuter.
I think people are much more comfortable with the style now. 100%.
Like anything, a pair of sweats with a cute crop top, a fucking look, bitch.
What's the ideal like 2015 look?
For me, 2015 look?
What do you think of when you think about 2015?
I don't know.
It didn't have to be your ideal look. It could just be what you thought about. I would think of long sleeve shirt with a pencil skirt.
Oh, wait, that's like more like 2012, no?
Not a pencil skirt.
The pencil skirt.
The bandage dresses, bitch.
The bandage dresses, like a good 2010, no? 2008?
Yeah. But I feel like
bandage dresses were
2015 me.
It.
I was wearing like the pencil skirts with like the long sleeve shirts.
Oh, okay.
And like the straight hair with my bangs back, like pulled back to my ear. Very like Kim K inspired.
When you would go to events. Yeah, events were very much that style.
Very much that vibe.
The heels with like I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain the heels. They like had like the holes in them, and
they would like strap up to like yeah. Very, I think it was very like Kim K inspired.
Very much BeautyCon 2015.
BeautyCon Generation Beauty.
Giving that. Oh my god, BeautyCon, is that still a thing?
Oh
fuck, I don't know if it is or not.
What about
Generation Beauty is definitely not a thing anymore.
Wasn't that by Michelle Phan?
Those were so fun though.
That was my first event.
I think my first one. You know, my very first ever influencer event, it was before I was even online. I went with you to like a skincare place in Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah.
And you took me and our
that
friends.
was my first event.
And we all went with you. And I remember I was like, oh my God, there's like influencers here. This is like before I even started YouTube. But I remember you took us to like our first event.
Aww.
And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck do I wear? But like after that, my first event, I don't know what it was. I think my first event as me being online was BeautyCon New York 2016 or 2020.
I'm
2016.
so glad you go to events with me now.
It was 2015.
We go to events together in general now, which is iconic because back then, like I would have to like, I got to a point where I wouldn't even ask her anymore.
Well, there was a time where I just didn't want to go to them.
And like, but like now Karina knows, like even Karina, like if I don't go to an event, she's not going because she doesn't feel comfortable.
I feel like people are just like, I got to know like people more and they're just really cool. Like back then, I would go to all like the like beauty cons. I would go to all the VidCons and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't go like to like the launch parties and stuff just because in all honesty, like at the time, like the beauty world was just seen as so toxic. There was like so much going on. Like it was just like,
I definitely like really disliked going alone. I would like literally go there. I didn't know anybody. I had to just throw myself in there and network. Like, I mean, that's what mostly events are for.
I was literally just kind of like, oh my God, like, why am I going to go to this party?
Didn't like it.
Where everybody is in fucking clicks up each other's ass. Like, I'm so sorry.
Now I feel so much better though. Like, now that you go to like events, like I know Karina's going this time.
Yeah. I like him now.
And now I go like with such comfort because I'm like, oh, I have Karina.
I really like them
back then. Like I remember, and I would drive myself to LA myself, drive back.
No, I like them now. I think the people are really cool.
Yeah,
I think the
community has changed
100%.
I feel like the people that we have like in the Latin community, like we know everybody. Everybody knows each other.
It's changed a lot.
It's changed a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
but it's different. Isn't that crazy?
It's so different.
It's a lot.
Like VidCon was this year. Like the past two VidCons, I'm sorry, love y'all, but I was
VidCon?
like done with VidCon.
Oh yeah,
I've been done with VidCon. The last time I went to VidCon was maybe like 3 years ago, and even the last time, my manager had to like fucking beg me to go to VidCon. I feel bad saying that. I feel bad. VidCon's cool and all, but it ain't that fucking fun, girl. Like, I don't know, dude. They just have you do so much. Like, obviously, you're a featured creator, which is amazing. You know, like your hotel and all. There's like after parties and stuff too.
Yeah.
Again, at the time that I was going, like I was going by myself, so I totally feel you on that. I was at these after parties and like there was no plus ones. Like I had to go to these after parties alone sometimes. Raul was not a featured creator. I was a featured creator, but he wasn't.
Oh my God. I hate when brands
I had to walk
no
these
plus
conventions by myself or with my manager. Most of the time it was like with my manager. But then now I remember, I think Raul was walking around with me. But they would have you do like a million like interviews backstage, and would have you do all these panels, like meet and greets. Like it honestly was a fucking lot. Like they would have your day like jam packed with stuff. And after a few times, I was like, you know what? Like I'm done. Like these last times, my manager didn't even ask. He was just like, it's a no on VidCon, right? I'm like, absolute no. Sorry. Hell no. I don't even know like if people still go to VidCon.
I think I saw a couple people not that long ago talking about like they were gonna be at VidCon, like having meet and greets or something.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh shit, it's a thing still. I mean, I think after the pandemic.
I did see some TikToks of people saying like, oh shit, VidCon happened this year? Like I don't even know what's a thing anymore.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy. A lot of things have changed. I think especially after the pandemic, girl.
Oh, 100%.
We really went down memory lane.
We really went
down memory lane. God, that's crazy. I really think about it. I'm like, how the fuck was I driving to LA myself and coming back like fucking 1 a.m. by myself? Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it was just like for the events, because events are more than what people think they are. You're there to network. You're there to get to know like the owner of the brand. You're there to get to know other influencers. Like, it's networking. Mm-hmm. I think even a lot of friendships on social media, it's a lot of networking. Mm-hmm. Like, you know?
And I have a hard time with that because a lot of times when I'm talking to people, it's like, I don't know I'm networking. Like, I genuinely want to be your friend.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have the mindset, like, I'm just here to network.
Yeah.
And it's like, hard. Oh, shit. I have to remember that some people are just here for business. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are we not friends? Like, I want to be friends with everybody. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have to like really get reality check. You're like, they're not here for that shit.
But we know, like being in social media for a while, like, yeah, I think I know when a friendship is like genuine, like they want something genuine out of you, and then like they only hit you up when like it's, you know, it's just like more work, you know, and it's like, it's fine too. Like, I respect it, you know, do your thing. I'm sure you've done some collabs where you know it's business and like you don't like have that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
like it is what it is, you know.
100%.
So now that we went down memory lane, like what lessons are you taking with you from like even like someone that's like, I know a lot of listeners are probably like in their early 20s. Like what are some lessons that you're learning in your 20s?
I think we're learning new lessons every day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the same person I was a few years ago. I'm the same person I'll be in a few years. Obviously, you learn and you change a lot. Yeah. But when I turned 29 and then the next day that I turned 30, like, I'm still going to learn a lot of things. Of course, that's a whole decade to look back on. In our 20s, that's an entire decade to look back on. One of the biggest lessons for me,
we've learned a lot.
I'd say one of the biggest things for me is truly not caring what people think about me or caring what their opinion is on our family in general. I think it's just living for me.
I've learned a lot of lessons, like growing up, like obviously like how we said we literally grew up on YouTube. Like that's already a lot of lessons we've learned. Or even like, you know, me getting pregnant and like shit going downhill. Like that was a huge lesson for me. Like I feel like that in general matured me like a lot. It's made me view life differently, how like literally nobody's like granted tomorrow. Like literally, you know? Yeah. So I feel like now, like you said, I live my life like not giving a fuck. Like how you said, you're like, you're like more like careless. You're not like as like shy anymore. I don't know how you told me last time.
Oh, you
and I was like, and I'm like, yeah, like I view things so differently. Or like with my parents, I'm like a lot more caring and like I'm very like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like I cherish everything.
Yeah.
In a different way. Like I had like my full spiritual awakening. Like I'm like learning like I feel like I've grown a lot like these past months. I don't know how to explain it. So like I don't know, like how you said, that's one big thing. Like don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like I don't know, like I just view life so differently. Like for me, I'm very like enjoy life more, not care what anybody thinks. If I want to get up and twerk for fun, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't just do it, but you know what I mean? Like, if I have, if we're out with our friends and like you just want, like, you know what I mean? Like
we're
the littlest things,
we're not gonna
littlest things.
We're not gonna let people's idea of 30 define who we're gonna be at 30.
Period.
Yeah.
Bitch.
You know, like,
but also like another thing I learned now that I'm older, I'm like, the pressure you have just in general in your early 20s. Like, why so much pressure? You're so young.
Even in your 30s, like if you're, if you're going through anything and
you could still be very much like
still young.
30 and single. You could still not have kids when you're 30. You don't have to be a homeowner by 30. You don't have to. There's so many things you think by 30 you need to have accomplished. Like, you're so fucking young. Especially now that we're 28. I'm like, that's 2 years from now. That's so young.
I've heard the 30s are the best years.
Yeah.
At least from every person, like in their like late 50s and up, everybody says 30s were the absolute best years. My parents say that the 30s, the best. Yeah. Because you're not like a kid anymore.
20s, you're still learning a lot.
At your 20s, I mean, you just fucking graduated a couple years ago, girl. Like, you still really are learning a lot.
Like, you barely, like, jumped into the real world.
Absolutely. The whole idea of, like, you're 18, you're in a fucking adult.
Yeah. 30s, you kind of got it more down. Know what real life is now. I feel like
at 30s, you kind of have more things
us talking out. About, like, we're already in our, I love how we're like, yeah, in our 30s, like, we're already because 30.
I feel like even 20 compared to 28.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in your 20s, you're still learning so much. In your 30s, I feel like you're like an adult now. You kind of have, like, this adult thing down to, like, an extent,
Yeah, like, we're 28. We're still trying to figure the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm still horrible at paying taxes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got my plan, my monthly plan shit that I'm doing. And, like, we have our accountant that helps us out with taxes. But, like, I still don't got it down, bitch. Like, I'm still terrible. I hate taxes. I sometimes will be late on certain bills. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot to pay the light bill. Or, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit, you can't be late on bills.
Yeah, like, being a few days like there's certain things like it's you're still that same kid, but now you have a million responsibilities. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so of course, like 100%. Sometimes I'll be like, oh fuck, like I haven't paid the light bill. Like, of course I won't. They'll cut that shit off. Of course I won't go like months. But yeah, I'll be like, fuck, it's been like a week. I need to pay my damn light bill, or like certain things that very normal. I think you actually have someone that does it for you, bitch. That's why you don't forget.
Stop. No, you
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It happens.
If I didn't have like someone helping me, like I mean, as it is, I say this all the time. Even like Raul, for example, is like my right hand. There's so many things that I'm like, things would not happen without you, period.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm a full adult like that mentally. It's crazy. But
well, that's why you have partners sometimes to like balance each other. I mean, that's not what they're for, but it's good to have them because you balance shit out, But damn, girl.
But yeah, girlies,
let me know, like, if you are in your 30s, like, comment down below, like, what's something that, you thought by your 30s. No, I'm not making them expose themselves. No. There's something you thought you have at your 30s that you don't. Like, girl, what? Imagine. No, let me know in the comments. What are some goals if you are under 30? What are some goals you have? And are you close to them? Is it something, because I really think, like, when you're younger, you think, like, 30s, like, old. And now that we're, like, nearing our 30s, it's, like, it's so young, Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Okay, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. I hope you guys enjoyed. We are going to be 30, like, in a year and a half or so, which is kind of scary. And we hit some hot topics today. I love that. I love covering things going on in the world.
Yep, and stay tuned for next week because we have a special guest.
Special guest next week.
Guest so down below.
Yeah, guest down below. You guys have been requesting this person quite a bit.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Thank you guys for listening, tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode. I
hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bye. Girl, this morning I had a big old bowl of sucaritas. It was so good.
Girl, don't you mean Frosted Flakes?
Well, in our culture, girl, I've also heard Los del Tigre, so.
And what do you call Fruit Loops?
Fruity Loopies, mama.
Oh, Los del Tucán, right?
There you go. And I also really like the rooster one.
You mean cornflakes?
Oh my God, wait, that is cornflakes. The rooster one is cornflakes, but we call it
cornflakes.
Well, let's keep it 100, girl. My mom called every cereal under the sun cornflakes.
The Special K too.
The special K2 girl. My mom called literally growing up.
Everything is conflays, period.
Comment below. You already know.
So, Mia, are you teaching her like the different flavors, or are you calling them all conflays too?
I refer to them just like my parents did growing up, because I actually find it really important to teach Mia both English and Spanish. Not just the language, but really incorporating like the lingo that we use. I will literally like bring out cereal and be like, you want conflays? You want sucaritas? Because I want that implemented in her just like we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And mama, that's why they say Kellogg cereals are on mom's tables aquí y allá. Period.